Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today from Man Talk. The reason why men are walking away from dating. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow time.
If you want to become a better flirt, you have to learn how to appropriately tease women. Here are 3 ideas to get started. Suggest she is flirting with you. For example, if a girl pays you a compliment on your shirt, in a playful tone say, "Are you flirting with me?"
No, she's not.
What?
99% of the time, she's just being polite.
Yeah.
But what you're conveying to her with that seemingly innocent joke is that you can't tell when a woman is flirting with you or not. And even if she was flirting with you, her reaction now is going to be,
"You seriously give me the ick."
So guys, if you think she's flirting with you by complimenting your shirt, you'll get better results if you say thanks in a confident masculine tone and maybe also throw in a wink. If she was flirting with you, you flirted back, and it might lead to more. If she was just being polite, you flirted with her in a way that doesn't send her complaining to HR.
Initiate a challenge. Maybe you're out to
100% correct. Women just give out compliments here and there. And this is why a lot of women don't want to give out as many compliments or smile at men anymore. Because there's a lot of us men out there that, yes, don't understand a normal compliment between actual flirting. Most men, when a woman says something to you, they're automatically assuming, oh, she likes me in some way, shape, or form. No! She's just being polite.
drinks together, and you could say something like, okay, first one to look at their phone has to get the next round.
And considering that a lot of women don't want to pay for dates, her reaction is going to be,
"You seriously give me the ick."
Joke that she's not the right one for you. Like, she mentions she doesn't drink coffee, and you tease her by saying, uh-oh, I don't know if this is gonna work out.
and she's going to agree with you and not talk to you anymore. Now I got a question for you, sweetie. Why would I take advice about dating women from someone who doesn't date women? Exactly.
Embarrassing for black men? Well, I'll hop in then and I'll say the same thing. I am in my soft guy era. Now it's embarrassing for all men that we're holding our standard the exact same way that you have a standard for us. Okay. That's the women playbook. They'll either call you insecure, they'll call you gay, which is homophobic, don't do that, or they'll try to shame you. Why do women do that? Because that's their internal playbook. They can't actually make men do anything physically, because obviously we're stronger. So throughout history, that's how they've gotten to control men. However, since y'all wanted equal rights and equal pay so bad, and now that you've gotten it, it's only fair that we go 50-50 in the relationship. Which at this point in the video would invoke you saying, oh, like you're a broke, insecure guy, naturally. But I don't know if you could tell, that is my water view.
Shame on women for wanting rights. Shame on you for wanting equal pay. And shame on you for not wanting to be at their mercy.
What? That was not what he did. But all right, let's see where this goes.
And shame on you for having crap video editing skills.
Pathetic.
I just wanted to start off by saying I've told y'all multiple times, you know you're dealing with a red pillar when any of these 3 words are used. Equality, feminism, and independent.
Wait, isn't those the exact words that feminists use also? What the fuck? So are all feminists red pillars too?
That's their holy trinity. But what I love about these talking points that they like to make is that it's entirely dependent on if you're willing to go 50-50 with them or not. And what I mean by that is they can say it's only fair till the cows come home. If women woke up tomorrow and said, I'm not going 50-50 and I'm not entertaining a 50-50 guy, now what?
Simple. The 50-50 guys will ignore you.
The same way that they can't be forced to do anything is the same way that they can't force you to go half on anything. What you ladies need to understand about this 50-50 conversation is the entire thing is shut down when you simply refuse to do it.
Sweetie, just for the LOLs, let's entertain this idea of
Please,
yours.
let's go.
If all the American women suddenly woke up and decided that they're gonna try to blackmail all the American men into submission by denying them access to the box, the American men are not gonna force themselves on women. They're just gonna deny you access to the services they provide, like
Or just-
electricity and agriculture.
That is ridiculous. No, hang on.
Oh, shut up.
And since you can't force us to feed you if we don't want to, you lovely ladies wouldn't be posting cringe on TikTok about going 50-50. You'd be trading box for an apple.
What is one thing that you've never told your ex? That his dad and his brother and his cousin.
Wait, what? The dad is one thing, but then the brother and then a cousin? She's for the family, I guess.
Oh my gosh, the whole family. Yeah. What happened? They just wanted to me, so I thought it was hot, and I like cheating on him, so
You a damaged goods lady.
Hey guys, how much you willing to bet that in a few years' time, after she hit the wall hard and the industry isn't paying what it used to, she's gonna suddenly find Christianity and some schmuck's gonna wife her up?
Big
Like
mistake.
90% chance.
And how much you willing to bet that she's gonna do the same thing again with her husband's dad and brother? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
but I've done that before.
You've done again.
Like brother, father, and cousin.
They were actually all related.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Was it at a family reunion or something?
No, it
Oh
was
yeah, they reunioned in her.
I picked them up at like a bar, club, lounge place, and well, I was like initially talking to the dad, and then they all were like interested in me, so I just jokingly said like, I'll just take all you guys home.
These are like things you read about in porno. Oh, not read about in porno. See in pornos. I'm so old, guys. Reading about in pornos back in the day of like Hustler and Playboy.
So the misogyny and patriarchy has gotten so bad in South Korea that the young women are participating in this movement
Stop
that they're
lying,
calling the
you
4B
chubby
movement. Women in South Korea are so tired of fighting against this that they're just opting out. So the 4 things they're avoiding is heterosexual marriage, childbirth, dating, and heterosexual of any kind. But yeah, ultimately this thing is about the fact that South Korean women got so tired of fighting against the system that was keeping everything in place. They just like, bloop.
Exactly, the system that keeps everything. Everything you see, everything you touch, everything you're able to love, that's not a person. Men did that.
We're just gonna check out. We're just not gonna participate anymore. As you can see, it's absolutely
Always
having an
the fat
effect.
bitches
Their
always
birth
talk a
rate
lot
is
of
going
shit.
way down. Though a lot of the media blames it on the high cost of housing and competitive education for kids. But as it notes here, increasing gender tensions are another reason regularly cited.
You know, I keep saying on this channel that women inevitably tell on themselves on social media, and lo and behold, this lovely lady goes on a minute-long rant about some obscure female movement from South Korea, claiming it's the reason for the low birth rates in South Korea, only to debunk herself in her own video because the quote-unquote 4B movement isn't even on the list. Because seriously, gender tension in a country can be anything from a high divorce rate like it is in the US or an
Which they do
extreme
have.
version of Sharia law like it is in Afghanistan. But if we're talking about this allegedly almighty, global sweeping, patriarchy smashing, birth rate dropping, male humbling female movement from South Korea, let's hear about it from a Korean woman who actually lives in South Korea.
I am a Korean woman currently living in Korea, and I have so much to say about this topic. So most of the 4B movement videos that I've seen on TikTok are made from foreigners.
And usually overweight foreigners. I've seen a lot of overweight women make this video. And it's just so funny because it's... Women make fun of incels for lashing out and making videos trashing women and stuff like this, but this is exactly what it is. This is female incels. trying to propagate movements and things like that just to trash men.
And I think Korean Americans or just Asian people living in the West, but not actually people living in Korea. So like I said, I live in Seoul. What I think is happening is the Western media likes to really pick up on these sensationalist, provocative topics and then makes it into an article. And then everyone on TikTok follows suit and makes videos about it. But
And people like me on YouTube makes videos of the TikTok people.
let me tell you, I am 29, going to turn 30 this year. And literally all the conversations that I have with my friends around my age is about, oh my God, we're looking to get married. We need to find good partners and we need to do this before it gets too late or we're just like aged out of the marriage market, you know? And I just made a YouTube video about this, Korea's population crisis, why nobody's getting married or having babies. But I also explained there are services in Korea like marriage matchmaking services where people go and you pay a broker and you submit all this information about yourself, your income, your assets, your family background, if you have any debt, like which university you went to, you submit all that information. And
It's actually not a bad thing for men, you know, like when they're talking about debt, income, and all these things. I'm like, oh, she's 60K in debt. Drizzle, drizzle, move on.
then they take that and then they will try to match you up with people who they think that you're on par with. So, you know how you see in K-dramas how like the poor girl ends up marrying the richest CEO of Korea?
Hell no.
Yeah, in reality, that never happens. So people go to these marriage services and they're...
See, these women are realistic. That never happens? Exactly, ladies. I don't know why you guys are thinking you're going to find some businessman, some CEO that's going to marry you that's making millions of dollars.
heavily used. There are literally so many in the country because everyone is using them. And so the 4B movement in Korea is a very, very small fraction of the whole Korean population in general. It's just the Western media likes to highlight that part and make it seem like it's the biggest issue in Korea, which it really is not. I can promise you that. Don't believe all those sensational articles written online all the time. Most people in Korea still like the other sex. We want to date, we want to find love, we want to get married. Those are like the big majority. And it's only the small group of extreme radical misandrists and extreme radical misogynists. They just seem like the loudest because the most attention goes to them.
Guys, you know what the 4B movement really is? It's the watered down female version of MGTOW. Because
pretty much,
just like it happened to Star Wars, sports, and politics, a few women took something that men invented and they
put a ticket in and make her name it gay.
And let's get real. If even one of the 4B ladies would have Chad Moneybags willing to wife her up, she'd replace the 4B with BJ.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
Shout outs to Man Talk. That woman that slept with the whole family. I guess if everybody was okay that wanted to do it involved, but I thought it was more like she cheated on one and then went on with the other one as a carousel type thing. But no, I guess this is more like a carousel type thing where she just did all of them at the same time. Woo! Please take a subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.